My name is Eric Wahl. I live in Seattle, Washington. I am Grant Wahl's brother. I am gay. I am the reason he wore the rainbow shirt to the World Cup. My brother was healthy. He told me he received death threats. I do not believe my brother just died. I believe he was killed. And I just beg for any help.
There you heard the words from Grant Wall's brother after his passing. For those who are not aware, famous U.S. sports journalist, famous U.S. soccer journalist, Grant Wall died suddenly at the FIFA World Cup today. He died during the game between Argentina and the Netherlands. He apparently, according to reports, collapsed towards the end of that game. He was given CPR. He was not they were not able to resuscitate him, and he did in fact pass away in Qatar. Now, immediately, of course, our hearts go out to his family, his loved ones, the entire soccer community, and everyone affected by this terrible occurrence. Grant Wall was someone who for the last while now had been covering in the mainstream way. He had been covering the US team, and he was one of the best in the business, as you can tell by the outpouring of support and the outpouring of love that he is getting online right now. And for I mean, the way that this is all coming about, right, is just absolutely tragic. And it does leave you speechless because this is someone who very recently was in the spotlight upon his arrival in the country for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Grant Wall was in the spotlight for going to the first game of the World Cup wearing an LGBT plus shirt, a pride shirt. And he told this very very frankly to many news outlets, and this was actually a big story that was going around because there are so many ethical and moral issues and conversations happening about this World Cup. And he spoke candidly about how when he was trying to go through the media entrance, in which of course he's one of the best in the business, he's credentialed, he was met with aggressiveness by security. They told him he could not wear that shirt. They told him it was making a political statement. And he, of course, was not happy with that and refused to accept that and refused to take the shirt off. Eventually, he was able to be ushered in and was able to cover the games. But that controversy was something that we were just talking about, I believe, like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And now, and as we know that the Qatari government is cracking down and arresting people who are kind of caught up in making political statements during this World Cup. It is quite and I of course don't want to sensationalize anything, and I'm gonna let his brother's words speak for themselves. He's obviously heartbroken as anyone would be, but it is it is it should go without saying that all possible avenues to his death should be investigated. A person who, by all accounts, was pretty healthy before this World Cup, age of 48, not an old guy. For him to collapse this suddenly, it is, I mean, it's not impossible. However, it does raise questions, and I think rightfully so. Now, we do also know that I believe he was in the hospital or he did seek medical care earlier this week for what as far as we know right now, an unrelated issue. I'm not again, things will come out about this, and we will hopefully learn the full facts of the situation, but it is it is tragic when something like this happens. It's and it's just, I mean, difficult to find the words to say, but it is also very weird, and the weird timing of this happening in the middle of the biggest tournament in the world, the World Cup. One of the most famous American journalists, American soccer journalists there is, dies suddenly at the World Cup. That just does not happen. And I know that according to sources, his family is in contact with the State Department, and they're looking into this and looking into how and what exactly happened here. And I hope we do find out the facts because Grant Wall's family deserves it. Grant Wall's friends and the other journalists there also deserve it, and Grant Wall deserved it. So our thoughts and prayers go out to him. And again, we just hope that we can find out what exactly happened here.